Oops. Uh-oh. Midday real nigga message coming up. I just want to jump on real quick because I had a little spare time to spare. I know she ain't used up all my Carmex, really. God. Yeah, I just want to jump on real quick. Yeah, I put the lip gloss all around here. I sure do. Real nigga message coming up. All right. Oh, let's pull y'all a Dollar Tree message. Dollar Tree message real quick. Oracle cards from the Dollar Tree. So what's the overriding theme of the real nigga midday message? You ain't nigga don't mean black, don't mean ain't none of that. It's just about being a real nigga. You get it? Oh, I ain't got nothing to cover the damn numbers up on the chat. We'll say, hey, I ain't gonna do it this time. We ain't gonna do it this time. I'm gonna try not to get distracted. I just ain't gonna look at it. That's gonna be hard to do. Real nigga message coming up. Fuck you something. Okay. What's the overriding theme of the midday today? What is today? Today's the 24th, June the 24th. Cancer season. I think it's probably in full effect at this point. Because y'all know, once the season hits the 3rd degree, it's no longer in the cusp. It's full on. Shut up. Let me see. So we got 2 cards that came up. I need to cover that up because I'm not going to. I ain't going to be able to do it. And I don't got nothing. For the nigga ready. Master nigga ready. Fuck. I'm trying to do something, y'all. Hold up. I do this. Because I'm a master nigga rigger, bitch. I make anything do something. Make anything shake. Do what I need. Alright. So we got Deuteronomy and John. I want to tell y'all the overriding theme of the midday message. But to all believed him and accepted him. Who is him? You, your mind, your thoughts, what you already know. Him, masculine, the thought base. He gave the right to become children of God. So if you just believe in what you know, you can become yourself. You can become the healed individual. Therefore, this is Deuteronomy 31:8 was 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 3, third dimension. Third dimension means the individual and all possibilities space. Therefore, accept each other, just as Christ has accepted you. I got this card the other day for myself though, when I was casting stones on people in the chat. Therefore, accept each other, just as Christ has accepted you, so that God will be given glory. So therefore, when people be flunked out and don't know, acting out of character and maybe possibly provoking you, but you can't control other people, and you just have to accept what the hell is going on. Once you do that, that'll give you space and opportunity to do some shadow work to see why you're even in their space in the first place. Oh, what was the card? And then you will be given glory. The truth can be given glory once you're in the right space. And why aren't you already in the right space? So if that's the case, and you're getting bothered by external devices or external individuals or people, places, or things, check your motherfucking self, bitch. Even if it is their fault, you still got to check you first. Oh, okay. Pray only for God, not Jesus. Oh, Lord, here we go. I'm going to let y'all run the chat up, though. We're going to run it up. Run that shit up. As long as you don't go to spam and dumbass shit like a damn, speak your mind. Accept people as they are so that God can get the glory. Because also when you accept people as they are, as I'm about to do for an example with this person in the chat, if that individual decides to stay based on there's a certain type of respect, because I'm not casting stones based on what they got going on, that leaves them privy to what I'm talking about. And then guess what? God gets the glory. Or whatever God you want to talk about. I ain't whatever God, because hey, the truth gets the glory. Okay? Spirit gets the glory. And we're gonna pull them. I have applied for retirement. Will I get, man, bitch? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not that type of tarot. I'm sorry. I thought it was like a joke the way you asked me, because I'm not that type of reader. But we can, let me see. From the competent authority. I don't know. It depends on what you got going on, Abdul. If you want to prepare yourself to accept the things that you're needing, then you just put yourself in the right in a space to know that you will get what you need, which is the retirement money or whatever. If you know that you genuinely are in a space to deserve what it is that you need, you'll get it. Them trolls pray for times like this to shine like that. Yeah. And they ain't doing nothing but giving me a shine. Ooh, I finally got an aspect card. And it's in reverse. We ain't gonna do that because I don't know how it came out. I wasn't paying attention. So we pulling some cards for a real nigga. Real nigga midday message. Fuck you talking about. From a fellow real nigga. Yeah, I'm a woman, but guess what? I'm still a real nigga though. And the real nigga is not confined to a male or female, black, white, none of that shit. It's what I say it is because I'm the one talking about it. And to me, being a real nigga is just being real to yourself, being true and telling the truth and speaking the truth and being open to the truth. Third house communication. Third house is Gemini energy. So let's see what that's talking about though. Because I know I'm a Gemini person. I'm speaking right now, communicating, let God be the glory. See, here go a spammer. Now this bitch want to spam. I'm gonna let him go a little bit unless he just do too much. Because run it up, baby. Run it up. Run it up. Let me see. Are these cards in reverse? Yeah, they kind of like most of them in the reverse. What up, Mystical Mysterio? Mystical Mysterio got a page too, y'all. Y'all go subscribe and check him out. Like-minded individuals. He want a real nigga type message. That's why he here. So what this third house is about? I'm gonna pull this one. You got Uranus in reverse. Ooh, okay. Uranus is different things. So, because see, I got to read for the majority that's in the chat. Even though this is a real nigga message, it's still, the energy of it is coming from me, a real individual. So, for the most part, I'm going to have to read for what's going on in a moment. And for the most part right now, hold on, because that thought me off. There's about 18 things ran through my mind. Okay. Third house communication, being different and listening to new ideas, new ways of thinking, new ways of communication, and new perspectives on how to look at life. Some people are not ready for it. God damn, stupid ass. Let me see what else they got to say. I would like a sextile card, but we had the sextile card did come out and it was in reverse. So it's like these things are an opportunity, but instead of you taking the opportunity, you might self-sabotage, and you don't even realize you might be self-sabotaging your whole fucking soul, bitch. Little dumbass. Won't say names for money. Fuck out of here. It failed. First of all, this card failed. Because these are for someone like false names today. We got the trine again in reverse. Support, inspiration. Instead of you receiving the support, and it's okay. And then dude was talking about the retirement fund. I ain't gonna add you into this because I don't want to mix this because you're trying to go for the retirement fund. So we're not gonna add you in. But this is about support that you're not receiving. This is about inspiration that's all around you that you are not privy to because you're somewhat like a hell to where you can't even see what you got going on, and you can't grow based on you though. You can't grow because when you can't grow and steady life continues and perpetuates the cycles that it perpetuates, yet you are not growing spiritually, because mentally, you know, you can only go so far to grow mentally because all things have to have the negative and the positive to even be its full potential. So we're gonna stick to what I said at first. If you are living but yet you are not growing internally, yet life still has these cycles that maintain and continue regardless, then you are not receiving the inspiration and the support based on your own self-sabotaging ways and shit. Okay? That's all you, baby. But it don't have to be like that. It ain't gotta be like that. See, the real nigga talk kind of, it makes other certain types of spirits get the fuck on, because they already know they can't relate, and ain't gonna do nothing but be negative to them. So, but anyway, concerning, I really don't. I kind of want to change the message because I don't want to talk about bullshit like that. Again, here go the box that came out this morning, and the box was, we already spoke about the box being the confines of your own mind that's being limiting to the all possibilities of life. Well, really, I didn't speak of it in these terms then, but that's kind of, yeah, let's switch it up, because again, we're talking about communication and um changes and new beginnings not being supported and not being inspired. And it ain't because it's not there for you to be support there. It's not that it's not support there for you. It's not that you can't find inspiration out of anything. It's the fact that you are stuck in a box. It's the fact that, and more than likely it's a mental box, because outside of this is spirit. But the black and white squares and boxes looks like boundaries and restrictions, but this is a mental thing. So nobody can change your mind but you. You are the only one that can decide to be open-minded to certain things. This is a closed-minded individual, and really they probably don't even see the internal strength that they got, because they're just in the box that they could, like, it's like, okay, let me, what's up, Hang Empress? We're finna run it up with these bots in the chat. Back to this though. So the boxes and the squares, that represents to me somewhat like restrictions and boundaries that you created on your mental space on your own, and it ain't like you have to. Let me see. Oh, let me put one of these. Go check out the Hang Empress on her YouTube channel. She do tarot. See, I only do messages. My girl do tarot though. Real nigga message. White girl, but that's a real nigga. So that's what I'm saying. It's not bound to race or gender. You just got to be a real spirit, from my terms of what I'm talking about. So we're going to put a clarifying card for these energies, which is not much to clarify, because the point is open your fucking mind up. But let's see what the cards got to say, because maybe there are some specific details that a collective can resonate with, that I can pull as far as the energy is concerned. Let's see what y'all got going on. And I hate to pull for, okay, let me, hold on, I wish I had a bell, because I kind of want to clear the energy a little bit, because I'm not on that side of the spectrum to be pulling for that type of energy, really. If I can't learn from it, I don't really want to fuck with it. But at the same time, you know, I'm also a messenger, so it's whatever spirit says. Okay, we just gonna see. Let them run it up. Let them run it up. Run it up. Run it up. I don't know what kind of poker game you talking about. I hope you're not playing poker with your soul and your life though. And you might just be, I can consider you doing that if you come up here playing. But I doubt that I ain't saying that that's what your intentions are. Let me chill it out for a moment, because I fuck around and go off and it don't even be warranted. Okay. This fell out, and it fell out in the reverse. Yeah, so that's just what time it is for this group of individuals that I'm like in the same, I'm not in the same space, but anyway, that needs to hear the message. Getting better, because it's in the reverse. So it's some things that you haven't even realized about not just yourself, but about life itself and the mechanisms of life and the control features that you can use. You haven't figured that out. You might haven't even figured out at this point that you need to get better, because this morning the message was that it was in this position, saying, and I took that as you've already realized certain things, but in this position, this crowd has not realized certain shit about themselves in order for them to even much have a mind to think to themselves, let me get better, so that they can become open-minded. So let me read it. Growth is a journey, not a destination. Welcome improvements one step at a time. Can you open your fucking mind up? Can you welcome some new ideas and thoughts? But if you can't, stay over there where you at. But just know, like I was telling y'all earlier, this is a whole brand new world, and you can be if you can be blind to it, but remember, it's a choice. And at the end of the day, you're the one that's gonna have to live that reality, and not even that, your whole soul's journey, and that's that has an infinite amount of lifetime. So, and there's no telling how many times you've already been here, based on you being so deeply down into certain certain boxes and mental boundaries and restriction. This seems like this is a eons worth of layering from the truth. But that's the sentiment of hell though. So I get it. That's the character trait of being in hell. That's what that is. Anytime you repeat something over and over again and don't change and don't learn from it, even sometimes when you do change and learn from it, sometimes you still find yourself in hell. But fuck around and don't learn from it, and you steady, yeah, you might be in hell. Let me not talk like that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not gonna do that. Let me not do that. So I don't want to do them like that though. I don't want to do them like that, Veronica. I don't. But they be crying for it because see, sometimes when I jump on here, the trolls be begging for condemnation, and I just have to give it to them. But I don't want to. I don't necessarily. I was getting a phone call. I had to call her ass back. Okay, let's see. I just want a card to fall out. I don't want to pull one. I prefer when they fall out. Okay, we'll do this one. Okay, this one came out. Maybe the energy is shifting because nobody likes to be condemned. Condemned, they'll leave. So you're on the right track. In reverse is steady progress. So this is the previous energy. You were on a path because you realized at some point you needed to correct certain things, and you began to take that steady path to progress, which that takes a lot of patience, because the path to progress, in order to see progress, you might have to do something, the smallest little thing to change a habit for at least 3 to 6 to 9 months. So if you have a whole conglomerate, a whole yard full of shit to correct, and you've actually succeeded, that means you have a whole lot of patience. But yet more patience is needed, because with this picture just in itself, it's on a railroad track outside on Earth. We know that now railroad tracks move fast though. They do. I kind of looked at it as being on Earth. So sometimes things may feel like it's moving slow, but in reality, and it's not that you are supposed to use other people as standards to judge how you're doing, but the truth of it is some people are. I don't want to use nobody else as a standard though, so let me just keep it like that, because I just throw it out there though. Some people, their steady progress or steady movement, you're still dogging their ass as far as the speed in which you're going, but this shit may seem slow to you. But by you doing these things, you are also, because you're not the only one doing them, you're also speeding up other progresses. You're also speeding up other cycles. You're speeding up things on a collective level based on you flowing with bitch, what is you looking at? Based on you damn, made me lose my train of thought. You're speeding up certain things based on it being because it's a collective thing that's happening, and you're being in flow and in alignment with that. So it's working. Now we're gonna pull Astro again. Let's go to another scene. Let's go to another scene. Cut. I'm thirsty as hell. Hold on. Okay. So, what we pulling? Okay, so we started off with the Christ cards, the Dollar Tree message. We're gonna go back to this though, and we're gonna clarify it with the Astro cards, because I like when the Astro card, because I can pull the Astro card, but it's just gonna give me an energy. But if I pull these cards first, describe it, then I can pull the even deeper energy to clarify whether or not that was on point, or give more information or whatever. Real nigga message. So what's the intention for this real nigga message? This message, whether it be on either side of the spectrum. Hold on, let me just stop right there and call this out, because this came out obviously. All right, so this card is neither upside down or right side up. It's like equilibrium based. It's like in between worlds. It is the Father, and it really looks like it should. It really looks like the card should be. It should look like this, really. That looked like a penny to me. Let me read the message, because this is finally I get some cards that don't usually come out. Finally. Let me see. I hope I haven't. Let me see. The father. The father. Okay, there we go. Okay, this is the number 2 card. This is the second card of the deck. That's the card 11 too, which is the collective. We just came out of that Capricorn moon. So Capricorn is the father, but it was in the moon, which represents the mother. Oh, I thought that was my children. I was gonna say. Okay. Alongside the mother, the father resides in the central axis of the archetypal family. The father embodies both light and dark aspects of the masculine. Thus, he is infinitely dynamic and complex. His energy is strong and regal, embodying such virtues as honesty, wisdom, and loyalty. Yet, ironically and simultaneously, the father is often absent, literally or emotionally. Okay, we're not going to talk about that. Through absence or actions, the father eventually reveals that he is neither a king nor a god, but a human being with many flaws and wounds. He is both the guardian and one who leads us to the wolves. Here, yet gone, the champion and the failure, the father can never resolve or escape his duality. It is inherent in the archetype itself. Witnessing the father's limitations allows the child to grow beyond the okay. So basically, for the most part, well, I'm just gonna tell you off the top of my dome. We all grow, well, I don't say we all, but people grow up in family units. And however your family unit relationship with your parents or a guardian or whatever is directly going to affect your personality and your character traits as an adult, and especially your ideology and your moral system. With this being in the equilibrium space, I think a lot of us, or a lot of people, or a lot of the collective have come to certain conclusions that a lot of the things that they have, we've been come to the conclusion that the things that we have learned and what was instilled in us was all false for the most part. We came to that conclusion, which would be, to me, a polarized end of the spectrum, right? So after we came to that conclusion, at some point with this hard, whatever that card was, stay on track, and progression, whatever that card was, with all that hard work and patience that we have done to find more self-healing and healing of the individual, we found some equilibrium and realized that that parent figure, that father figure, all of that shit resides in you. That's your job, actually. And in the light, so this is an equilibrium. So you're both mother and father, actually. You're both the inward space and the external space, because you've went inside of yourself, did some shadow work, realized some of the things that you are flawed in, and come to some kind of, excuse me y'all, why do I, when I talk I be burping, but have come to some type of terms with yourself to understand that you can love all of the, there are no such things as mistakes, and the negativity that has happened has worked for your better. You've come to those type of conclusions. You've balanced and equaled the perspective to where this came out in that position. And also the card, what, also why did I say that? Oh, because the card is 11. I mean, the page number was 11, which speaks to me as this being a collective thing. So also we had the kiss real quick, and I forgot how these came out. I really don't like that. I hate that. The kiss. You've kissed the darkness and the light. A lot of things that happen in the darkness, you come to terms, because a lot of stuff that happens to us, especially things that are heartbreaking, that are character changing for the negative, nobody ever finds out because we don't ever tell anyone, and it's because it's an embarrassment. And that is what creates the shadow, the fact that you feel some type of distorted emotion, which is going to fracture your mentality and your emotional states for in a long lasting way. But you have come to that conclusion that I was talking about. You've kissed all of those dark spaces, you've held hands, you've loved on them, and you've realized that that's just a part of it. And then the moon begins to move, or the shadow begins to move, so that you can be in that mode of progression and see the light of the actual purpose of why you had to go through certain things that you had to go through. But let me read the actual card. Let me see, because I just want to see something. The kiss, where you at? Okay, here she go. 185, 6, 8, hold on, 8. Bitch, I'm not good at math. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 5 energy. 5, which is change. So you have changed at some point. You created that created a substantial change actually, because once you go from darkness with no in between straight to light, which it was in between, but I'm just saying as far as the sentiment is concerned, it's like night and day, especially for those who are looking at you from the outside and was not in the gym working with you. They wasn't in the what the damn saying is. Anyway, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. They weren't there, so you look like night and day. And just as an add-on to that tells me that there's by default a whole lot of changes, not just with you, but with the people that you fuck with, that has to change. A whole lot of the relationship overshadows that, or just the relationship energy between you and certain people, that has shifted and is continuing to shift. Actually, it hasn't even finished itself. Now what's that? The kiss 185. I just want to read it because I want to see something. I be want to see just how on point that was. The reason why I read it after I explain it sometimes, or to get more information too. Because I've had this deck for a very long time, but I don't read cards like that until now. Except, anyway, that ain't the point. So the point is that even when I pull cards that I'm familiar with, I still don't be knowing what the book says about them. So it still be like a guessing game. So the kiss. Before a first kiss, the air is electrified. Each breath is alive with possibility and magic. What will their lips be like? Their tongue. Do they want me in return? The archetypal energy of the kiss is heightened, sensational, of merging with other, of letting in what was moments ago separate. Two became one. It is risky. That's scared the fuck out of me. What, baby? I'm ready to go. You ready to go? What miracle at? Okay, huh? You want this? Yeah. I'm still finna finish this message. What was I at? Two became one. It is risky but beautiful business. Oh, I was saying that's the mother and the father, and your darkness and your light coming together. You meeting yourself actually. Look at her. You actually meeting yourself, and this is what creates you to understand yourself, so that your individuality, your personality can heal, and you can actually be yourself. The kiss takes hold on. It takes a hold on. This card suggests true intimacy is around the corner. From my perspective, that could be true, but the first priority is you. You gotta get in the back. It's too much stuff in the front. Get in the back, baby. You was drinking that water over there. Hold on, y'all. Back to what I was saying. What was I saying? Something about the individual healing itself with that Chiron that we were getting all last week. Oh, and how that is how you find yourself and actually become who you are and know what you're supposed to be doing. And it could be true intimacy or relationship. I ain't that type of reader. I ain't talking about that. Because it could be, but that's not my message though. So let me not get into that. This card suggests true intimacy is around the corner with yourself, which requires bravery and surrender. Right. It requires bravery to change up who you are, knowing that people are going to be judging, and people have known, not to say people have known a certain you, which they have, but the you that they have known, they also had snippets of the true you, because you're already a real nigga. So that's the reason why we titled that shit Real Nigga, because it don't even matter if you were lost or not. Even when you were lost, you still was real, because you wouldn't even have found yourself if that wasn't your soul's intentions in the first place. So when the kiss takes a non-human form, it may be experienced as touching. Touching the sacred. And what is the sacred? Something sacred to me is something that, it's a long-lasting thing. So you probably touched yourself as far as You know how somebody can tell you something touching and it just warms your heart? You have that automatic mechanism within your own self at this point because you created it. And you know that's something that you need as an individual who needs to be mothered and fathered. And at some point, only you can give that level of mothering and father to yourself at some point because other people can't know what you need, and nobody's going to always be there with you but you. So you had to develop that type of system within yourself to where it's like a rejuvenation. I can't even explain what it is that I see, but it's like anyways, it's like a safe haven. It's like your protector, you because the father is the protector. But we've merged these two energies together to where we have the balance, which created that. Where's the card went? I must here. It created that. Yeah, and even the card has 11 on it, which is actually 2. And that goes back to relationships, mother and father. And even with it could be people in here that a strained relationship with their mother and father based on their decisions that they're changing and their mindsets that's shifting and their moral systems that's not the same anymore based on a family tradition. Damn, I was trying to give me a filter, huh? Cute. Random. Yeah, I might stay in the dream. Yeah, we're gonna stay in the dream. Because I ain't real necessarily. I'm not necessarily real to y'all. Okay. Okay. And the desert. We did get this before. Look at her. She's so pretty. The desert. I don't know what position this came out of. I don't really want to read this card because we know that you went through that dark night of the soul already. We know that you already have experienced dryness and no resources internally and externally, or either one or the other, whatever it took for you to finally get the message. We know you've experienced that already. Look how he's reaching for the moon. He reaching for the light that he saw over here with the hand. So that's you. Like I was saying earlier, even when you were lost, you still was a real nigga because your intentions, your soul's intention had to have still been to find the truth. So even in your darkness, in your patience, you still were able to. Just like a person that has been brokenhearted so many times, but they still have the love of the original level of love in their heart. They can still love like they were supposed. They were born to love even after they've been broken, because that's some type of endurance that you just have internally. And not to say like you're special because you got this type of endurance, but I mean, it all depends on how strong of a spirit you are. I guess I don't want to say it like that because I feel that anybody could pick themselves up, but I do also understand that we are in a new world, and I've been noticing that moral that I've always had, feeling like if I can do it, you can do it. I'm starting to realize that this new world that we are in, though, if you have not been doing a level of preparation of or having like some people don't even know what they're doing, and yet they still are on a certain path to where they are being successful in their life, as when it comes to their soul being happy. I ain't talking about jobs and shit, even though that counts too, because sometimes that could be what a person. But the point is, you what am I finna say? The point is, you oh, I forgot. That's crazy. I forgot. But it was something about how it was something about how you always the determination, like you're just a strong ass spirit. I'm starting to realize that by people not building up a certain endurance, because you've had eons to do this shit, at least a lifetime for the most of us. If you haven't been doing that work, I'm starting to feel like decisions have been made as far as where your soul is headed. Not to say your soul is headed in a negative place, but as far as how far you want to go with your discovering, and as far as this lifetime is concerned, and your knowings and shit like that, as far as you want to go, those things have kind of been decided, whether it was consciously or not, based off of the level of hard work. And I wish I had a diction. The words don't be coming to me, but they be the damn point be on point. But with the level of stubbornness on your path, that has created you to be on the right side of the spectrum now that things are actually transforming into this new world that we are currently creating. But let me pull some astro cards on that. Let me see how long I've been in here. Oh, I already been here 30 minutes. Wow. Let's pull some astro cards on that. I was thinking about something. So, spirit, what type of energies, what type of archetype, not archetype because we just pulled the archetype deck, but what is it that you want to explain through astrology? Because I can interpret astrology better than tarot cards sometimes, since I tune into astrology a little more during this portion of my life. I used to be good with them tarot cards as far as the explanation, but I wasn't consistent with watching it as I have been in the past. Anyway, I started to grab a deck of tarot today, and I'm like, no. And I might read some tarot one day, but not today. Okay, so what you want to tell us about those cards, Spirit? I low-key forgot what that was. That's a shame. And I already put them bitches in a deck. God damn it. Let me see. No, here they go. Hold on, here got one on. Yeah, I lost them all. Well, whatever. It don't matter. Nothing even matters. Come on, I just need the card to fall out. Okay. 3 cards, just like I like it. We're going to go with that. Hopefully, one of them is an aspect card. They came out like this. No aspect cards. So, when I don't get aspect cards, because aspects is how these energies relate. I don't know. I guess it'd be up to me. Saturn's, and I have gotten Saturn before. Saturn, lessons and limitations and restrictions and boundaries, and that's the Earth energy. In the 10th house, which is in reverse. And Cancer, which is the opposite of Capricorn. Oh shit. It's in reverse. What the fuck? Okay, so this is a lot to break down. So you got Saturn, which is your boundaries and restrictions. So it's some things. I need one more clarifying card. No, I don't. So, with that 10th house though, and it being in reverse, and the 10th house, bitch, I almost hit my car. With the 10th house being your status and the things that you build on, Capricorn being the GOAT, it's like boss energy. So the things that you're known for and shit like that, you haven't been able to explore those things fully. You don't even know what your potential is as far as who you truly are supposed to be based off the limits and restrictions that Saturn is binding you with. And also some of these limits and restrictions are based on you because you have a lack of care for certain shit that you should be caring about. Cancer being the caring energy, the water sign, you may care about the wrong type of shit. And it also goes back to the mothering energy, which we pulled earlier. And Saturn reflects on the father. Man, these cards be speaking. Saturn reflects on the fathering energy, so it still goes back to that childhood moral system that was created and implanted in your mind and your spirit. So it's that's the reason why you haven't been able to be as well, not for everybody, but I don't know why I got so hyped. But that's that could be the energy as to why certain things have not developed when it comes to your status, or certain understandings about who you are and how you are supposed to be. The reason why those things are distorted and not as clear is based off of the childhood programming that was given to you by your mother and father, or whoever the fuck, your guardians, or whatever the hell. Even we can go even further and say the government and shit and church and shit. That's the mother and father type shit. So it's like some types of what the word I'm looking for, the ideology that was set for you was not in alignment to who you are and what you are supposed to be doing, especially when it comes down to just how far you're to be held in some type of regard and esteem in your 10th house, because that's the 10th house is what you're known for, your reputation and shit. I guess I'm damn near finished for real. Really, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So continue to break I hate to use this as advice because it's kind of, this don't sound like good advice from the status quo's perspective. But my advice is to do the opposite of what it is that you know that you've been doing when it comes to like traditional shit. Like breaks those type of boundaries so that you also can, because being an example too, the 10th house shit. But and the number one shit, not beginning a lot of ones, is for you to be an example so that eventually you won't even have to feel weird about your where what you stand on, because everybody has began to see how that is correct, and now they're copying you, or to some extent, or doing their own thing, not copying, because copying from where I'm talking about would be them learning who they are. So it's for you to start setting those examples, and fuck how it looks. Fuck how it look. And it ain't for you to throw it in people's faces. But what I'm saying is, when it's time for you to do what you do, you don't stop it based off of the individuals that's around you. As much as you can. Sometimes you have no choice but to stop, but you push through that part. Push through that part, because that's going to let God know just how serious and how much you really give a fuck about what you're doing, how you're protecting your baby. Because men, it ain't about a physical baby. These things, these seeds inside of you, and the things that they can begin to develop into and grow into, this is for you to nurture and take care of and protect, like a mother or a father. And when you do those, that automatically garnishes the level of respect from anybody who's watching you or is aware of what you got going on. And whether they are or not, fuck them. It don't even matter if they do got respect. Fuck you if you don't. And you don't surround yourself around those types of individuals for it to even matter either. Okay? Okay, let's pull up. Okay, clarifying card. This one came out too. And this has fire on it. And when I was meditating before this, I saw fire. And it came out kind of like sideways. I caught it like that, so I don't know. So, rising flames, let your passions, which one is in reverse? Let your passions guide you to the fulfilling, exactly. You gotta let you guide you. Like, people have always told you what to do your whole life. Okay, you can go to college. You probably need to get a job at McDonald's. Then, you're gonna go to this school and probably take Spanish. What you want to take, home economics. What they got to do with what you fucking know? You're supposed to be guiding your own flames and shit. You're supposed to be chasing that shit, your own light, not somebody else's light that somebody else has created for you. Okay, let your passion guide you to the fulfilling purpose meant for you. How is they don't even give you an instruction manual on how to be a parent, and we got billions of parents in the world. That lets you know that there is no such thing. There can't be one. So what makes you think what template somebody else tells you to follow is going to work for you? Especially after you've done that for your whole lifetime. And I ain't saying it like y'all don't know better, so let me not come in that type of verbiage. Let me not talk like that. Let me talk from a different perspective as far as you being on track, like that card was saying earlier. Because in reverse, ignite your soul, embrace the mysteries of life, stay open-minded, and embrace on the first I don't know if it's a Gemini thing or some shit, but I always have to experience the duality in every situation. Earlier it was the total opposite. Now we're talking about the opposite end of the spectrum, so it's for you to find the equilibrium in between the two so that you can find this message play out into your real life. So previously, this was the energy. Ignite your soul, embrace the mysteries of life, stay open-minded, and embrace the wisdom that unfolds from your every experience. You've surpassed that part. So no matter where you think you are on your journey, if you don't feel like you're where you need to be, you've already passed certain graduation points anyway. It don't matter if you can't see it from the outside. Your heart is creating that shit from the inside, and it will be expressed on the outside if you stand strong and continue to I don't want to say long suffering. It ain't about suffering, because you probably already noticed too, because you've surpassed certain recipes to where certain gifts by default have already been bestowed on you too, and certain knowings and shit has already been bestowed on you. So you just keep doing what the fuck you doing, and don't let your flames go out. Don't let your fire go out. Don't let nobody blow it out. Don't let nobody pour no water on. Don't even mix fire with well, I ain't gonna say that. You can mix fire and passions with others, but make sure it's in alignment. And I guess this came out like this. This is kind of in the reverse. Important parts. I don't know if it came out in reverse or not. But we're gonna read it like that because that's what I saw. Important parts. Embrace. This is in reverse. This is the lower end of the spectrum. Embrace each element, weaving them into your story with openness and understanding. Okay. And in this, hidden keys put things together piece by piece to reveal the bigger picture. So for the most part, this is you putting the parts back together, because now that because in the beginning, when the shit hit the fan, everything was scattered every fucking where. You had to collect yourself, take patience, get on the right track, all of that shit. You've done that. Now you're left with, okay, now what do I do with all this shit though? What you do with it is you find the important parts of it. You find the significant, relatable parts of it, so that you can extract the meaning and the purpose and the message up out of it, and you hold that part in your heart and discard the rest. Throw the bullshit away. You keep what's important though, so that you can use these things on the next portion of your journey, because you're gonna need them. Because what you're gonna find out is that hidden keys put things together piece by piece to reveal the bigger picture. Because what you're going to find out when you realize, oh, I'm glad I had all of these old what I've transmuted and I changed into gifts that started out as wounds, because your heaven becomes your hell and vice versa. Now I realize that that's something that the collective has dealt with, something that I can use, something that other people have not transmuted, and I may be able to share those things with other people. Even whether you share them or not, you'll be able to build your own legacy and your own stability based off of the things, because whatever you came here with, that's what you're meant to use to sustain yourself with. But the type of world we live in, which we're changing in the moment, the type of world we live in that doesn't necessarily support that type of ideal. But we're changing that as we speak. We're changing the trajectory. So all of these things that you're doing to work on yourself, do not fear that it won't be a point to it later. There's already vibrations and frequencies that is already in this world, whether you know it or not, that has set certain examples to allow certain things to become possibilities even in your individual life, because these things already exist in the world. So don't you don't think that it's all in vain. No, it's like having a puzzle, 1,000-piece puzzle, and you looking at this shit like, bitch, I ain't finna do what? No, you gonna put that puzzle together. It may take more time and patience, but it will be worth it. And in this life, you ain't got nothing but time to do. What the fuck you think life is? The point of life is. That is the point of life, to find more things to create. And it don't make no sense to create. That's like cooking in a dirty kitchen. So it don't make no sense to try to create some shit amongst your mess. Clean that up first, and it takes time and patience. That's why you're here in the 3D though. So there ain't nobody's fault. You shouldn't have came here. I'm just playing. But anyways, that's the real nigga message. I'm finna go. It's 7 o'clock, 7:20. Shout out to Hang Empress in this bitch. I fuck with y'all. Everybody else, we have no trolls at this portion of the in this time of the day. I kind of enjoy the. No, let me not say that. Because things that I speak out my mouth, they be meaning more weight. They have more weight than I'm realizing that now. So let me be careful what the fuck I say. All right, y'all. I fuck with y'all. We'll holla. Jackie do. Ooh, what they do? Jackie do. Bye, y'all.